famous Rabbonim of yesteryear. Friends, we are in Tunisia today, here on Yud Aleph Tishrei, the day after Yom Kippur, marks the Hilula of a really great Rabbi, Makikitz, Gotza, in brackets, Yisrael Haddad, Zeche Tzadik Livracha, was born in English year 1912 and passed away, to be precise, on the 21st of September in the year 1980. He was approximately 68 years of age at the time of passing. He was a great judge, as we call in Hebrew, a Diyan. He was a More also. He was one of the rabbis of Tטאווין in Tunisia, respectively, and he was a rabbi of a moshav, let's say a dwelling place in Israel called the Beit Hagadi, inside Eretz Yisrael in of itself. He also was very qualified all throughout. He was a shochet, and he was a bodek also. He was a mohel, a rabbi that would perform circumcisions, and he was an author of various different books also. One of the great rabbis of Tunisia from the 1900s, and a great Tunisian rabbi, very much so, in the land of Israel. So he was born in Jerba, and we spoke about in Tunisia naturally. And we've spoken about Jerba on various occasions, many great different rabbanim. They had a great Torah community, especially during that specific time period in of itself. And he came from great heritage, great family heritage in of itself. His father's, so it's interesting, his father's name was Harab Sumani, and I think his mother's name was Rabbanit Janina, or you could say Shumani Haddad was the father's name. He is the grandson of the famous Rabbi Nissim Haddad, one of the great rabbis also of Tunisia. And he actually learned Torah at a huge level. He learned Torah, I think, within regards to the auspices of his dad, really wanted him to have like the strongest Torah education possible. But the family was not really wealthy. There was, I think at that point in time in Tunisia, there was financial hardships. Many people were suffering over there. And he had actually very great rabbis, including Rabbi Rachamim Chai Chabita Cohen, who he learned under his auspices. And he actually taught him various different important halachic training within regards to becoming shochet, a bodek, and various other things that are important for many different rabbis to have, especially within regards to the realm of kashrut and the day-to-day cycle life for the Jewish communities in Tunisia and all over the northern African countries in of itself. He got married, I think, twice. I think his first wife sadly passed away, I think, at a very young age. And her name was Yakota. She happened to be the daughter of Rabbanit Ruth. That was she actually passed away, I think, on Yud Gimel Nisan, only at the age reported over of 22 years of age, according to the Wikipedia website I'm using over here. And he got married again. His second wife was Rabbanit Chana. She happened to be the daughter of a Rabbi Tzion Chori. Remember, we've spoken about the Chori family many times before. They were the great, one of the greatest families in Tunisia, respectively. And they had born to them, I believe, two daughters. I think their names was Yakota and Kamisa, if I'm not mistaken, also. And he would actually learn throughout the day, non-stop, really becoming the highest caliber of rabbi possible over there. Throughout he was learning, and I think he had various different help from different other people in that specific vicinity in of itself. And he got various different qualifications, and he was appointed as a Diyan. He took various different exams, and he was a qualified judge and a More also. And he taught in various different schools also. We'll call it Tashbar. He taught in various different Torah education networks in Tunisia. So really was taking on everything hands-on, let's just say. And he was one of the main rabbis in the Tטאווין area in Tunisia, which I think is the southern part of Tunisia, if I'm not mistaken. And he was working with the congregation over there. And he would then actually, I think at one stage in time, he would actually travel back to Jerba, back and forth. And he also taught many people to become mohelim, within regards to Brit Milah, how to become a mohel, a circumciser. And he was a shliuch tzibur also, this chazan. And he was a darshan, give over the most amazing sermons. So he was hands-on pretty much in the rabbinic field in every single possible sector, let's just say. And he was like a total rabbi in of itself. Rabbi Haddad eventually would move and make aliyah to the land of Israel, and he would become the rabbi of the moshav, the dwelling place of the Beit Hagadi. And I think this is actually based in the Negev in of itself, if I'm not mistaken. And he passed away on Yud Aleph Tishrei in the English year 1980. That naturally is about 44 years ago from time of recording here in 2024. He wrote many different great Torah colossal works, including Aspia Lechem. I think was divided up, if I'm not mistaken, into different halakim. Chelek Aleph had 10 drashot of Musar, and it had, within regards to different teachings in of itself. and there was I think there was different translations over there. I think it was printed in German in the winter of Hey Tafshin Vav, and I think he had different Rabbanim giving a haskama to it, a recommendation, including Rabbi Machluf Idan and Rabbi Kalfon Moshe HaKohen and Rabbi Rachamim Chai Chavita Kohen, who we mentioned before. Then another great work he wrote was a Ko Lechai, and the Shagat Arya, which was another great book in of itself. And he passed away, as I said before, in English year 1980. Among his generation was another great rabbi at that point in time, Rabbi Raphael Kadir Tzaban, who had a great correspondence and learning with in of itself. We've spoken about Rabbi Kadir Saban on various different occasions. I think 2 years ago we dedicated a video, I think I can't remember which exact command, but we mentioned him on different time periods himself. He passed away, he was about 68 years of age at the time of passing. Now, please don't forget to light candles in his memory after Yom Kippur, naturally. And I'm recording this just for Yom Kippur, the year 2024. I want to wish everyone a Gamah Chativ Matava. Please, everyone, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and we're a community over here. We're learning a lot about the great rabbis of yesteryear, especially from the Northern African and Spanish countries. So wishing you all well, and take care, and blessings from Israel.